everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So, hey, we're sorry about that. A little bit of a delayed start there.
It's been quite the morning over here.
Yeah, so all was going well, and we were actually slated to start on time. But then this crazy little thing happened. So I don't know if y'all remember last Saturday I was streaming pre-preview our wrestling centric live stream that we do, and it was just me because Kendra was out of town. And I guess when I streamed that, I didn't realize this. We stream on Streamlabs, and so that way we can do more than one place. You know, we can stream on Twitch and TikTok. Mm-hmm. I guess when I did that, I don't know what the hell I did, but it revoked my live access through Streamlabs.
What were you doing on stream when I was gone?
I was going too hard in the paint, I guess.
Got our stuff revoked.
So anyway, I didn't really. It was like an exact 7 days that we were
banned.
We were banned. But then, so then we were trying to figure out like, well, we need to, like, we're supposed to be streaming right now. So anyway.
We had to wait out the ban, basically. And it was just a ban on, like, using Streamlabs for streaming. We could still stream if we use TikTok's stuff.
Right.
But we were just using... Anyway, so we had to wait it out. And that all came after Bustelo barfed all over the couch in the middle of the night. I was so excited to walk downstairs. I was like, oh, I have my Kindle. I have my caffeine. I'm going to sit on the couch. No one else is awake. I'm going to sit on the couch and relax and drink my caffeine. No, I had to clean up barf first thing. And then all this. Crazy. It's never been a more perfect time to talk about Disney parks because I need it this morning. And just to go over a little bit of what we're talking about today, we're going to start off talking about food and wine. Epcot Food and Wine Festival started last month. Yeah, August 22nd, I think.
Oh, God, we're still in September, aren't we?
Yes, barely.
Wake me up when September ends.
We're barely still in September, but it's going until November. We actually haven't had a chance to go yet, which is kind of crazy. I feel like by this point we would have gone like twice.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that we've not gone to Food and Wine at least once since it started.
Yeah, the stars just haven't aligned for it yet. But all that being said, we are extremely excited to finally go to Food and Wine sometime next month. And we've kind of started our own little wish list of stuff we want to eat. So I wanted to talk about our top picks for what we're most excited about, and maybe the things that we eat every Food and Wine that we will continue to eat every Food and Wine as long as they're available.
Absolutely.
And then we'll go into some Disney parks news. We have news from Disney World and Disneyland in California. Not a lot of news outside of those two, but we are coming off of Destination D23 where a lot of news dropped all at once. So we can't be eating that well every month for Disney parks news.
But at Food and Wine, we sure can.
But at Food and Wine, we can.
By the way, I'm John.
Oh, hey. I'm Kendra.
And welcome to Perez in the Parks, our Disney park-centric live stream. We're going to try and get into more of these and hopefully sometimes from the parks. But we'll let one step at a time. We're just going to talk about the parks right now.
Do you guys like my Epcot license plate? I found it at a flea market.
Oh, and so we're streaming on both Twitch and TikTok right now. So we're going to keep an eye on the chat in both. So if you have anything you want to hear more about, or if you want to chime in, let us know about your upcoming Disney trips. Or whatever, park trips to whatever parks you go to. Drop them in the chat. That way we can talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, and I also specifically want to hear about everyone's food and wine. Like, if you've gone to Food and Wine, what was your favorite thing that you ate? What was your least favorite thing that maybe we should avoid? Basically, I'm asking you guys for your tips and recommendations because again, we haven't gone this year, and there's a lot of new stuff this year actually. But yeah, I just want to know like, what's worth the money and what can we skip this time around?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, so hold on. I've got a picture. Okay. Food and Wine. Okay. Yeah, Food and Wine. Okay, it started August 28th, not the 20th. I got my dates confused. But yeah, it goes until November 22nd, and then the next festival is Festival of the Holidays. Oh, how exciting. Thank God. But yeah, so you still have a lot of time if you haven't made it to Food and Wine yet. You still have plenty of time to go. Yeah. So every year, Disney Food Blog, who we love, releases their guide to Epcot's Food and Wine Festival. They also release their own like best of the fest rankings for the stuff that they try. And I do watch those videos every year, and I am interested to see their opinions. But what I like is that on their website, you can go and you can look at pictures of everything, which is so nice if you're like planning on what to eat. And sometimes you have to be a little bit strategic
Right.
when you're going to Food and Wine, because you think you can
do these things, Nemo.
you think
but
you can do
just
these
can't.
things, aka eat one thing from each booth. You can't. You get full fast,
Yeah.
and it doesn't feel like you do. So sometimes you have to plan it out. But so I asked John, and I also went through Disney Food Blog's list of what's at each festival booth this year. And yeah, we just picked a few things that we're really, really excited about. And the thing that I picked that I'm really excited about, it's not even at the festival yet. It'll be at the festival tomorrow at the grand opening of Gyozas of the Galaxy. It's the chicken dumplings with tomatillo salsa verde, street corn salad, cotija cheese, lime crema, and cilantro. These are the street corn style dumplings. Did we eat something similar to this in a rice bowl last night for dinner, and we'll be eating it again tonight? Yes. That's how much I like these flavors. I'm so excited to try this. It sounds so good. It's new to the festival this year, and it seems like a pretty decent chunk of food for $6.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited for these. I'm surprised John didn't also pick this one or anything from this booth as what he's most excited for, but this is what I'm most excited for.
Now, I was going back to these a lot, but I'm like, man, is this too on brand for me?
Yeah,
is this too
pretty
on brand for something I would like? So let me go look outside of my normal flavors. But
Yeah.
no, this looks delicious. And that's another thing I like to look for whenever we're at Food and Wine is I like to look for dishes that are, especially because a lot of the dishes range from like, I would say between $5 and like $7.
Yeah.
So I want to look for something that I get the most bang for my buck for. So sometimes you'll get something that's like very, very super small.
Mm-hmm.
I think we saw the tortellini alla vodka over at Italy. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's delicious. It doesn't look like very much food for what it is, especially for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But all that to say, so I like to look for stuff that is a good hefty size for the price range, because again, we're usually there together. So we like to look for stuff that we can share.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this does look like a good amount of food here. So
yeah. I think this will be.
And it looks delicious.
It looks delicious. And honestly, everything at the booth sounded good. This is also where that pineapple. Sorry, there was lightning outside. That pineapple colada was. Yeah. I think at Gyozas of the Galaxy. And again, if you guys are going today to Epcot and you're like, I'm so excited to try that, you can't. It opens tomorrow, September 28th. Sorry, listen, I didn't make the rules. But yeah, so that's a very exciting late entry into the festival. Yeah. John, would you like to talk about what you've picked?
Well, I do want to talk a little bit about that pineapple colada.
Okay.
So Kendra's not a fan of
coconut,
and I think that's the only thing that drove her away from it. Yeah. But it's from what I understand, it's rum, it's white rum with pineapple juice and coconut sweetened condensed milk. Yeah. Like, to me, that sounds delicious and delightful. But so I might be trying that whenever we go pick up these here dumplings.
I'll take a sip, but I fear my thing with coconut is that it tastes like sunscreen. It always will taste like sunscreen, and I think that's on big sunscreen. Honestly, they were like, what's tropical?
I simply can't have you this close after the end of Bad Bunny's residency. I simply cannot have you talking poorly about coconuts or coconut flavors
during Latino Heritage Month. How could I?
Oof, come on now.
I mean, and listen, if Big Sunscreen hadn't co-opted the coconut scent and flavor, I presume, to put into their screens and creams, then maybe I would have a different opinion. But unfortunately, it is very sunscreen forward for me, and I just can't get past it.
I mean, hey, that's
and
fair.
Texturally not great. Like shredded coconut. Blech.
Speaking of the island, there's another island dish that I'm looking for. Yes. I'm looking forward to, I should say, and it is the Hawaiian rice bowl over at the Hawaii stand.
Yeah, what is that called?
I don't know what they're called.
What's the Hawaii roll?
over
Hold
at the
on.
Hawaii stand.
I'll look it up. Oh, wait. First, you.
Oh,
get
you
that.
mean the what's the actual? Isn't that just called Hawaii?
Maybe. I feel like they usually have like.
Some
names.
of them have fun little titles, but some of them just
might
have
just
the
be
name of like the country or state.
Yeah.
Or island. So this bowl contains rice. Obviously, it has white rice, spam, eggs, eel sauce. Now I was a little hesitant because not to yuck anyone's yum, I'm not the biggest seafood fan in general.
Yeah.
I like some of it. I've grown to like it more than I have when I was a kid, but it's not usually my first thing I go to. Turns out I'm gonna sound really ignorant, but I'm gonna own it. I was like, what kind of do they like use eels in the sauce, like or some
what
sort
part of the
something?
eel is in the sauce?
But it's not. It's like a soy glaze. It sounded pretty good actually. Some spicy mayo and some
Furikake.
I don't know how to say that properly, so if I say that improperly, I'm sorry. This does have a little bit of I think like dried fish, like in there.
Isn't that what for?
Yes. So, and so this sounded really interesting. To me, I love a rice bowl in general. I love eggs. So, and I like spam. I haven't had spam in a long time, but
yeah, I like fried spam.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was just excited to try this. This sounded like another version of. It's like adjacent. What's the like? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Something very familiar.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think it's a good mix of like flavors and things and like concepts. Like you like a rice bowl.
I love a rice bowl. It's
all familiar enough, but it has differences that you're not used to like push you out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Right.
And I think that's why we like tend to skip the China pavilion, because I'm like, Chinese food is like Americanized Chinese food is everywhere. Same with, listen, I know they're always doing it up good. The Mexico pavilion, well, yes. I feel like we eat so much of that, and we're so close to it because we live in Florida.
Right.
We're so used to those flavors that it's like, I'm not going to go out of my way. Like, if I only can try a few things, I don't want to try something that I can just get.
Right.
But so this, I think, is a good departure from that while still being like familiar enough to be approachable. But you also added, you got a little bit of the savory, but you also added a little bit of the sweet.
Oh, yeah.
This
so
next one.
Over in Italy, they have something called, and I don't know if I'm saying this correctly either. They have something called chocolate spuma. And it is a chocolate mousse with caramel sauce. This is where it gets me. Espresso whipped cream and puffed rice.
Delicious.
My mouth is watering.
Delicious.
It sounds delicious. It sounds very delightful. I love espresso, really espresso anything.
Oh my goodness.
Even the song Espresso is pretty good. No. But yeah, no, this sounds really, really good. And I love the addition of the puffed rice in there, just to give it that little extra texture.
Crisp.
Especially because the mousse and the whipped cream are both like very soft, very creamy things. So
They
having that
needed
little crunch in there.
They needed it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to say, hey, this one, I will be taking my fair share, my half, as is owed to me, of the chocolate spuma. That looks good. And we are Italy Pavilion haters. Sorry. Listen, if Italy didn't want their pavilion to always rank low in my books, they should do more and do better. And I believe this is them attempting to do better, to get into my good graces specifically.
That's right.
Okay,
Now, I almost put on my list of like, instead of the rice bowl, I was going back and forth with this like street pizza thing that they had.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically looked like a slightly deconstructed pizza. It sort of looked like a biscuit that was made of pizza dough with pepperoni and cheese in it, and then the sauce was all around it. And I do think that looks good, but again, we're going back to efficiency with the most bang for our buck.
Right.
Based on who I am, I'm like, I could house that thing in a bite.
Yeah.
That's a pizza roll, literally.
Also, just for context, the Hawaiian rice bowl, which looked like a good amount of food, and anytime you have rice in something, it's going to be a little bit more filling. That was $6.25.
Yeah.
Not bad. This chocolate spuma is $5.75.
Now that might be a little bit higher on the price end for how big it is, but because it's a sweet treat, those tend to be the more filling
Yeah.
than anything else. I think it's because especially chocolate and like all these rich flavors, it's
Yeah.
just much more decadent.
And it's just sugar.
Sugar.
Lots
more sugar.
I'm very guilty. Every year I put like mostly sweets on my list, and then I maybe eat one or two, and I'm like, I'm cut off. I'm done from sweets because like, did they hit you? They hit you.
Right. Now, some of the things we do like to go back to, like the first thing I thought of was the frushi.
Always fruit sushi. That's at Flower and
Oh, that's Flower and Garden. Okay.
Oh, and I got my fruit sushi this year. I went with my friends, who I won't dox, and they were not on the fruit sushi train. And I was like, what? More
Haters.
for me.
Haters.
Delicious. Love the fruit sushi. You know what? I'm not even going to attempt to say it again. Specifically from Food and Wine, the thing that I think that we both enjoy every year, there are a few things. Whatever steak Canada is cooking up, I'm there. Thank you. That one's also great to share and filling. And depending on where you start, if you do it correctly, that'll be like one of the first stops. You can eat it before you get full from the other stuff. The mimosa flight at Shimmering Sips.
Yeah.
I'm there. The berry mimosa, I think it's the darkest of the three. Oh, it's so good. They're all good. I love a mimosa, but I don't like tasting alcohol.
Right.
So the way I pour my mimosas are mostly fruit juice with a little champagne. And I like, maybe this is going to turn you off of it, but I like the Shimmering Sips mimosas because they're not overpoweringly champagne. Oh, excuse me. And then the pão de queijo from Brazil.
Shout
always
out
delicious.
to Brazil. Yeah, pão de queijo. I don't know if they're doing it this year, but I feel like Kenya has that like coffee braised beef.
Oh, I feel like I don't remember seeing it. Hold on. Disney Food Blog.
And if they don't have it this year, I don't know if Kenya's there. I feel like they have to be. But
sometimes they're not, or they're part of the
a different festival.
Or they're in the first half but not the second, or they're in the second half but not the first, like stuff like that.
But Kenya had this it's like this coffee braised beef with this like some
it's
Ooh, y'all hear that? Some sort of like compote. I don't know. It's
mealy pap.
Yes. And
so good. It's not there this year.
So good. So whenever they do have it, I like to get it, but it doesn't seem like they have it this time around, which is really unfortunate. Whatever.
I'm trying to think. I think those are like the top ones. And then of course whatever sweets, and if anyone's doing any kind of like fruity mixed drink, I'm there as well.
I'm a little bummed they don't have my my PB&J wings at Brewing Lab this time around.
No, you have to. I was going to say something inappropriate. We're not cussing on this one, but you'll have some spicier options. It seems from, but you'll still have the pickle milkshake, which I know you love so much.
Yeah, well, y'all love it. Okay, so here's my thing. Kendra and I are a little bit different sometimes when it comes to food, especially food at these types of places.
Okay.
I sometimes will just get something because it's weird, because it sounds super interesting, or I'm like, I don't know, I have to try it. So like when I saw they had a peanut butter and jelly chicken wing, I'm like, this is probably going to be gross.
It was okay.
But I need to try it. And you know, I will say, I think the second year they did it was much better than the first year.
Yeah.
I feel like the first year we were a little too heavy-handed on the jelly aspect of it.
Because like peanut butter, if you think about it, peanut butter is already in so many savory things, especially like Asian dishes.
Yeah.
And like you can put it in soup and stuff just to give it like a little bit of depth of flavor. But yeah, it was like stripes of jelly, and I was like, I don't know.
It tasted a little like a Smucker's like PB&J, but there was chicken in there, so that was a little weird the first time. The second time around, I feel like we fixed the ratio, and it was a little sweet, but with the savoriness of the peanut butter. Yeah, that was really good. So I was a little bummed that we didn't have that time, but there are some spicier options. Also some more vegan options. So, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Sorry, Bustella's under the desk.
No, I know.
Is he messing with stuff?
He's messing with me.
Oh, okay. I thought he was over there unplugging stuff with his little fingers. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff at Food and Wine this year. We were going through the list again on Disney Parks blog. These are all their photos.
Disney Food Blog.
Disney Food Blog, sorry. Disney Parks blog is later. Disney Food Blog. Just going through their list and seeing all of the new stuff. I think the dumplings that we mentioned and the chocolate spuma are both new to the festival this year. The Hawaiian rice bowl's been there before, but there's just like a lot of new stuff, which is really encouraging to see because it would be, especially for like annual pass holders who go every year or multiple times every year. Like, I don't want to see the same. There are some like classics and stuff that I'm excited for, but I don't want everything to be something I've seen before.
Yeah.
So if you haven't, or if you want to torture yourself, go look up the festival offerings this year. Pick what you would eat and let us know in the comments what you guys want to eat.
What you're looking forward to.
I'm so hungry.
Or what you miss. I know we just had breakfast not that long ago, but yes, me too.
It wasn't enough.
That's true. It was a small breakfast.
All right. Are we ready to move along?
We're ready to move along.
Let's talk about some Disney Park news. All right. So 2026 After Hours at Disney World was recently announced. I'll get to that in a second. You guys can look at the chocolate for a little bit more. So if you don't know, After Hours is a separately ticketed, limited capacity event that lets you stay late at the parks, all of the parks except for Animal Kingdom. Those animals have to sleep, which means lower wait times, additional character meet and greet opportunities, and free snacks. And the snacks aren't like street corn style dumplings. It's like popcorn, pretzels, maybe like ice cream bar, stuff like that. But still pretty cool opportunity, especially if you're someone like me who doesn't like large crowds, or if you're someone not like me who has money to burn. Because again, this is a separately ticketed, so you pay for your ticket and then you pay for this on top of it. So tickets go on sale starting October 9th for guests staying at resort hotels, Swan and Dolphin, and Shades of Green. Again, this is at Disney World. For everyone else, tickets go on sale starting October 14th, and this is for the 2026 year. So I have some dates here that I can't read on my screen. Hold on.
Oops.
Hold on. Oh man, I'm making it worse actually.
Oh God.
Can you read that?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Actually I can read it on TikTok better. All right. Magic Kingdom. After Hours is going to take place on select nights from January 12th through July 27th, 2026. So the dates are listed on the website. I don't want to say all the dates. But it's only select days. It's not an everyday thing, and I'm going to guess it's like weekdays. The event starts from 10 p.m. and it goes till 1 a.m. So I believe you can get into the park as early as 7 p.m. But then from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., it's only people for the After Hours events that are there. So limited capacity, wait times for all those rides go way down. Tickets start at $175 and go to $199 per ticket. That'll be depending on the day and how at capacity they think they'll be. This does not include taxes. And no discounts are available. So if you're a pass holder, you don't get any kind of discount. Sorry. So yeah, again, that's an extra ticket on top of the ticket that you pay to get into the park. So it's an extra $175 to $200 to get these extra hours at the park. Is that worth it for you?
If we had the money to burn,
I think I would do it once.
Yeah.
If it wasn't crazy, because that's like per person. So $200 extra for us to be at the park for a few hours when no one's there. I don't know. And free snacks. Sorry, free popcorn.
Free popcorn.
Okay. So that's for Magic Kingdom. And then...
Oh, Soto. What's up, bud? Sorry.
Hi, Soto.
I didn't mean to scream it at you, Kendra.
Thank you for the likes. Okay, for Hollywood Studios, After Hours takes place on select nights from January 14th through September 12th, 2026. The event starts at 9:30 p.m. and goes to 12:30 a.m., so a little bit earlier than Magic Kingdom. Oh, that's weird. And there are 2 dates where that's not the case. They have special times for those.
Oh.
So be sure to look out for those 2 special dates. And tickets for Hollywood Studios range from $155 to $189 per ticket.
Sorry, Bustelo just fucking bit me.
He what?
Oh
my God. That wasn't very family friendly, was it? I think he wants your chair. So Bustelo likes to do this thing where if John is sitting in John's own chair that John purchased with John's adult money, Bustelo's like, get out of my chair. And he wants to sit in it. And he'll lay in it and he'll sleep for hours and it's really cute. But we're using it right now, bud.
Yeah. I was giving him sweet, sweet pets. And then he just bit the tip of my finger. No, get away from me. He came back.
He's coming back.
He said round 2.
All right. And lastly, Epcot. So Epcot's After Hours takes place select nights from January 22nd through September 24th, 2026. And the event takes place from 9:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. And the ticket prices, hold on, I can't see. Let me clear the display. Ticket prices are $155 to $179, so the same as Epcot. However, for Epcot and for Hollywood Studios, the After Hours tickets are subject to discounts. So if you have an annual pass or are a DVC member, you can save $30 per ticket. Don't spend it all in one place. Better than nothing, though. Anyway, so that's the After Hours event. I've never been to an After Hours event. My family's been to the Orlando Insider After Hours event at Universal, and they loved it. I think that was some free snacks, kind of like Disney, like the cheaper snacks like popcorn. But then I think all the food was discounted.
Yeah.
And then they said that there were like no lines for anything. So it might be worth it if you, again, have money to burn and don't like people.
I could see this being really useful for people who are like trying to plan Disney trips. Now, again, it is an entirely separate ticket. So correct me if I'm wrong. You said you have to buy a normal ticket, but then you can add this on.
Yeah. It's like an add-on.
Yeah. So it just depends on how much you want to get done, because you're either spending money or being strategic with your time of like, you know, Genie Plus, or not Genie Plus, Lightning Lane, and all of that. Or you can just get the After Hours ticket and have less wait times, a little more snacky snacks.
It is like a very much like pros and cons. You'll have to do your research, and it's not going to be an easy yes or no. You have to figure out what works for you and your plans and what you want to do. Yeah, if we were coming to Disney World, like Magic Kingdom for a day in the summer, and I was like, I want to do everything. Oh my God, could you imagine a rope drop to 1 a.m. Magic Kingdom day?
That'd be crazy.
Oh my God, I'd fall asleep.
I want to shout out Soto619. He says, editing my YouTube video for the full interview I did with Mecha Wolf. Almost done.
Very cool.
He that's one of our wrestling buddies. He went to a AAA event and he got to interview one of the wrestlers.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I saw part of the interview on TikTok. So if you haven't, go check that out. Soto619.
I would have been terrified.
I know. The guy seemed nice. And he was Puerto Rican.
I'm sure everyone's super nice, but talking to anyone. And then you have to lead the conversation. Oh my God, my worst nightmare.
It's like when I interviewed people at Disneyland, like Wanda Maximoff.
Oh my God, yeah. No, I remember that. You'll notice I wasn't involved because I was nervous.
So was I.
Anywho, so that's After Hours at Walt Disney World again. It's only at Walt Disney World. Tickets go on sale for 2026 starting October 9th. If you're staying in a resort hotel, Swan and Dolphin or Shades of Green. And for everyone else, October 14th of this year. So something to look into, maybe, if you have a spare hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And if you want to stay After Hours at Animal Kingdom, tough luck. Also, I think they do an After Hours at Typhoon Lagoon, like a party thing, but they didn't announce anything for that yet. They, on their website, is like, circle back for more information on that, and I will not be circling back.
They should do a before hours event at Animal Kingdom, and you get to like help feed the animals and clean up like poop and whatnot.
Yeah, like 2 a.m.
You're just going there for a shift.
Yeah, you're just clocking in, but you pay for it.
You pay to work there. I'm sure there's some people who would do it, is the thing.
Oh, maybe some people in this room who would do it. To feed the animals, you've got to talk with the animals. Anyone remember Katanga? Hey, does anyone remember Katanga from Busch Gardens? It ran from like 1998 to 2008. Anyone remember that?
You can keep asking because this could be the TikTok clip. People.
Does anyone remember Katanga from Busch Gardens, Tampa? I think it closed in 2008. Anyone?
I've seen Festival of the Lion King.
It's basically the Temu version of that, unfortunately. And I didn't know any better when I was a kid. When I say I went to, every time we would go to Busch Gardens, which was frequently, I would see Katanga at least once, usually multiple times per trip. And I think they started to recognize me. Like the performers on the stage. I think they recognized me.
Yeah, but you were probably okay. You probably weren't harassing them, after the show, finding where they get out of the theater and whatnot.
No. In fact, I would avert eye contact because they would like go up to the edge of the stage and be like, bye everybody. And people would like talk to them, take pictures with them. And I'd be like, see ya. I don't want to talk to them. But I'd be in my seat like, and I would sing the songs because I knew every word to every song.
Yeah.
I love Katanga.
That's cute.
I wish I could have Katanga on DVD. Busch Gardens, Tampa, if you can hear me, I want Katanga on DVD. I've searched for it for years. Anyway.
Connie says, I do. Cheetah Guy.
You remember? That's my mom. You don't count, unfortunately, Mother. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I got so excited.
Dang.
I was like, oh my God, they even remember Cheetah Guy? No, that's an inside thing from my own family, which I got so excited.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
Mother.
my second swear. I got to get a swear jar for this.
And everyone thinks that I'm the one with the pee pee poo poo mouth. It's not me. I can hold it in when I have to.
To be fair, a cat bit me earlier.
That's true. And that's scary. And you might have to go to the hospital for that.
I get cat scratch fever.
You know what else gives me a fever? The holidays.
Woo!
The candle. I always want to say candle night. Candle night is the McElroy brothers. Candle light.
Shout out to the brothers.
Is the processional that Disney does at Epcot every year for Festival of the Holidays. Anyway, the 2025 Candlelight processional narrators were announced. And I have the whole list for you here. We have Constance Wu, who's new this year. Jordan Fisher. Hey, Jordan Fisher. I'm like, I shouldn't be surprised. If I saw Jordan Fisher every time I went to Walt Disney World, I'd be like, well, yeah, that makes sense.
He lives there.
I think he lives here. Jennifer Gardner, which is like so absolutely perfect.
That's cool.
She's the perfect narrator for Candlelight. Can't read some of these.
I think that says Ashley Eckstein, who is the original voice of Ahsoka Tano.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, she was in That's a Raven, right? Blonde.
She is blonde. I don't know.
I think she was in That's a Raven. Anyone? Was she in That's a Raven? Ralph Macchio.
Now that's cool.
Hey.
Might have to make a trip for that one.
Your mom might have to make a trip for that one. She loves Ralph Macchio. And
all of our moms.
Hey, whose mom doesn't? Leslie Uggams?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. New to it this year. Jennifer Gardner's also new to it this year. Marlee Matlin.
That's pretty cool.
I think
she's done it before.
She has, but I feel like I've seen it. Because she signs it, right?
Yeah, probably.
Henry Winkler.
That's cool.
That's new. Lauren Daigle? Also new. Gary Sinise. Oh.
Hell yeah.
Brendan Fraser.
And I think he's done it before, too.
He has done it before.
I can't imagine how crazy those get.
That's probably a big one. Luis Fonsi.
Despacito.
Oh, I was like, I know that name. Joel David Smallbone. I don't know who that is, but new this year.
Cool name.
Brie Larson, which is crazy. Also the first time doing it. She'll be there December 27th to the 28th, which is kind of like bummer alert because Christmas is over.
Now this last one I think I'm most excited about.
Yeah. December 29th through the 30th, ending the Candlelight processional is Cheryl Lee Ralph coming for the first time to narrate. That's crazy.
So as a veteran Candlelight processional performer.
Yes.
I've done it twice. Once with Neil Patrick Harris, the other with Cheetah Rivera. Just throwing that out there. But if there's anyone that I feel like would make me cry, because the music already does that. Like, because I love the holidays. I love specifically the music, and I love the arrangements that the candlelight processional. I love the arrangements of the music they use.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone's narrating, that's gonna like make me bawl my eyes out. It's Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Cheryl will get you.
She'll get you, because she's also I know she's gonna bring this like warmth and love to it that is just gonna be absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Now some of these I'm like, this just sounds like a good fun time, like Ralph Macchio
and Henry Winkler.
That just sounds like good old fun. Brendan Fraser, I feel like he'll find a good mix between the two. Like it'll be a good fun time, but also he'll tug at your heartstrings just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Luis Fonsi, I mean, he'll probably add a lot of Spanish in there, which I think is a lot of fun. Jordan Fisher's probably gonna belt the whole thing.
He's gonna sing the whole thing. They're gonna be like, Jordan, please, we told you not to.
He's like and then he'll stop. He'll have to catch himself.
Yeah. Brie Larson, I think, is like a huge get. It's crazy that she's here.
That's crazy.
But unfortunately, me and John are very big Christmas people. We love Christmas. I'm counting down the minutes till Christmas. Every 25th of every month is Christmas Music Day, where we allow each other to listen to Christmas music. On the 25th, after dinner's been eaten, sad. It's just sadness, because I'm like, oh my God, Christmas is over. So Brie Larson and Cheryl Lee Ralph being after Christmas is like an extra blow to my soul.
I'm just now noticing. So one of the dates is the 25th. So they're open?
I guess.
Huh.
I guess.
Gary Sinise is a good one. I like Gary Sinise.
I don't know. I've heard that name.
Lieutenant Dan.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that'd probably be a good one.
Yeah. A lot of new names on this list. When we went, we got to see Ali E. Carvalho. Carvalho.
I feel like we've seen someone else too.
I feel like I've only seen it the once.
Oh.
Did we see it more than once?
Maybe I saw it a different time.
You probably did, and you were in it.
And I can't. Well, yes. I'm trying to think who else was there.
Candlelight's difficult for pass holders of our stature, which is not the highest, most valued of all of the passes. So we're like, half of these dates we're legally not allowed in the park. So so all the good ones towards the end of the month. Not saying there aren't good ones in the beginning, but like, would love to go see Brie Larson. Would love to see Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Yeah,
we can't. We're not allowed.
But maybe we could go see Ralph Macchio.
We might be able to see Ralph Macchio. There's something about Jennifer Garner. I think she would be like a sleeper one to make you cry.
Yeah.
Because she just seems so genuine.
Yeah.
But anyway, so guys, Candlelight's right around the corner.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to hear most of Jordan Fisher's because I feel like the theater kids are all gonna be hooting and hollering.
Kick them out.
That's what I say.
All the people who should know theater etiquette, it should be them.
I agree. Hang on. I have a comment here on TikTok. Someone says, only one the real ones care about is December 20th through the 22nd.
Brendan Fraser. Well, yes. That's a good one.
Thanks, Jaden. You're absolutely. I mean, yes.
You're getting on my nerves, buddy. Lay down.
You talking to me?
No, Bustelo.
Oh.
He's over here.
I was like, what did I do this time?
Weaving between my legs. I think he's hungry because he barfed up all of his food.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Candlelight will be at 5 p.m., 6:45 p.m., and 8:15 p.m. Eastern nightly at the America Gardens Theater during Festival of the Holidays, which runs from November 28th to December 30th.
Man, I used to love doing Candlelight. We'd get free tickets for participating, so we'd get like 2, and because we were all in high school, or that one time I did it, I was in college. Because it was open up to, I think it's open up to colleges and universities as well. It's just mostly high schools do it.
What about 30-year-olds? Do they let 30-year-olds do it?
Well, they do have, yes, you can get cast as part of the like Christmas tree choir they have up there.
You should do that.
Well, here's the thing. We don't live over there.
Small hiccup.
Yeah. If I live closer, absolutely. And then they have the Voices of Liberty up there,
Yes.
who are mic'd. Those are the voices you can
I was gonna say those
count
are
on.
those are the only ones that matter.
But I remember being in high school and being that young, like had no money. Like, I
Yeah.
can use one of these as like a ticket. One of these tickets is like a gift for someone, and I can.
That's such a good way
Yeah.
to do it. Did you give one to your mom?
I did, and then one time give one to my mom.
Yeah.
And then, we just get to hang out in the park. But although when you're that young, like Epcot's not the most exciting place to be. I feel like there's more to do at Epcot now as well. There's more rides and stuff now at that point. But there was one time where I did it. Actually, both times I did it. The one French song that they had in there, never learned it. Didn't know what it was.
You said.
I knew
La, la, la.
I'm just looking around, just hoping to God. And I don't know why I put myself in that. Like, I was so nervous about it because I'm like, there are hundreds of people up here with me. No one's looking at me.
But also, like, if you're so nervous about it, why didn't you just learn it?
I was busy.
Yeah, busy. Doing what? Yeah, precisely. Hanging out by yourself. Doing nothing. Anyway.
Dang.
Anyway. So, yeah. Candlelight's coming soon. Very exciting stuff. Some sad news. Out of Hollywood Studios. September 24th, 2025 was the last day of operation for Star Wars Launch Bay. The next day, on the 25th, Launch Bay and most of the animation courtyard was wiped off the park map. They said...
They obliterated it. They knew...
Don't say that. Don't say that. No, they simply
had a demolition crew in there.
So now you can see the before and after. Little Mermaid... She's still there on the park map, and Little Mermaid will stay open.
Little who?
Little Mermaid. I said mermaid.
You said mermaid.
Mermaid.
Lady Marmalade.
Mermaid. Lady Marmalade will still be open. Throughout this whole renovation, construction walls were put up, as you can see. So you can see the Little Mermaid buildings intact fully. We have a place to queue and such. But the rest of it, it's getting revamped. For those who maybe need a little reminder, Star Wars Launch Bay is being replaced with a new version of the Magic of Disney animation, and a new Disney Junior show will debut next door in the old Disney Junior, whatever it was called. And apparently that Disney Junior show that was in this area, like, it officially closed the 24th of September as well, but it hadn't been in operation since like January.
Oh.
So, but I think they would still do dance parties over there. But yeah, so your kids are going to have to find somewhere else to dance. Sorry. Until this is reopened. And I don't think this is going to be a super long refurbishment process. They're just kind of like...
They're retheming
It's
everything.
not a demo. Yeah, it's just like a retheme. This updated area of the park will reopen in 2026. And like I mentioned before, Little Mermaid's going to stay open this whole time. So really, what are we losing? Star Wars Launch Bay.
There was no one over there in that part of the park anyway.
And they also moved, because Launch Bay was just pretty much being used for meet and greets for like Darth Vader and Chewbacca. I think those were the only ones in there. Maybe more. I don't know. Never went in the building. But those all got moved around. So make sure you're looking at your My Disney Experience app. For the characters, you can filter by characters and just see where they are. I'm going to guess they're in Galaxy's Edge.
I know Darth Vader is now over at Star Tours.
Star Tours?
Yeah. You know that little like courtyard where like Boba Fett would meet people? I believe they moved him over there.
Okay. Well,
which I'm like, all right, well, if you're going to utilize any more of the... Because I feel like the Galaxy's Edge, they're doing like all like the newer Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like...
It might be weird having Kylo Ren walking around and Darth Vader's there.
Yeah.
Might break the continuity a little bit.
Yeah. So I think keeping them over there, keeping some of the OGs by Star Tours, also maybe bring more people to Star Tours, which is bad for me.
Bad for us.
I love going to Star Tours and just walking right on.
Yeah.
But, you know, and not a lot of people show Star Tours the love it deserves.
Star Tours is so good. Some would argue that Star Tours, more than any other ride on Disney property, encapsulates personifies, if it was a person, Walt Disney's dream for Disneyland, which was to be an ever-evolving park
Mm-hmm.
that was never complete. And Star Tours, we add new scenes every time a new Star Wars thing comes out. It's constantly evolving. It looks great. It feels great. Unless you have motion sickness,
Yeah.
don't ride it. And I love it. And I actually might write a dissertation about why Star Tours is the most Walt Disney ride of them all.
That's pretty good. That'd be a pretty good
That's
one.
not bad. That's
and
not
we have
bad. And
that,
he didn't
that
even like. What did he know about a Star Wars? Not a lot.
not a lot of Roma Terracotta.
Oh my god. Anyway, love Star Tours. What were we talking about? Okay. The Disney Skyliner. Every year at the beginning of the year, the Skyliner. What the heck? Okay. Sorry, I had another picture locked and loaded for Animation Courtyard. So here it is. Looks great. The Skyliner. Every year, the Skyliner closes for refurbishment. So if you have an upcoming Disney trip planned and you're like, I'm so excited to ride the Skyliner, I paid extra for my Skyliner hotel. I hope it's not during these dates. So in 2026, the Skyliner is closed for refurbishment from January 25th through the 31st. And then in 2027, the Skyliner will be closed January 24th through the 30th. If you're only going to Walt Disney World, if you're spending thousands of dollars to go to Walt Disney World to ride the Skyliner, make sure it's not during those days, folks. You'll be very disappointed. And I think the thought process is that the bus service will be like kind of beefed up for those hotels and parks that rely on the Skyliner. So you can still use the Disney buses if you want free transportation, but no Skyliner for you. Sorry. Next, let's talk about Disneyland in California.
Let's.
The Paint the Night performance has changed times.
Oh no. Oh no.
Again, this is for all you people out there with a trip coming up to Disneyland. This is stuff you have to pay attention to. Beginning October 27th, Disneyland will close at 10 p.m. on the weekdays instead of 11 p.m. Because of that, Paint the Night will only be performed once at 8:30 p.m. Don't think you're going to see the 10:30 performance when the park closes at 10.
Nope.
The parade will still be performed twice on weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, at 8:30 and 10:30 because the park will stay open until 11 on those dates. So it looks like they're just kind of shifting it for how many people they're anticipating coming to the park. On weekdays, I assume not a lot of people stay very long, so they don't need to stay open until 11. I'd be there at 11 if I could be.
And you know what? I wish they'd still do it if there was one person there, because that's the only time I'd go.
One person parade? That'd be great.
That's the only time I'd go.
You would have to be giving so much energy to every performer. You'd have to be like, woo, but it's 10:30 p.m. And you're like, yeah. The schedule will likely continue until the parade ends performances for the year. The last 2025 performance will be on November 9th. Something else important to note, if you're going November 10th and you're like, I can't wait to see Paint the Night, it won't be there for you.
Nope.
You'll be disappointed.
You'll be out of there. You'll be in your car.
You'll be in your car. Mad. Oh, man. Sorry. Shaking. Too upset and I'm shaking. Okay. New cell phone rule on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in California. Guests are now prohibited from holding cell phones or loose items on Mickey and Minnie's, which means no more taking videos or pictures on the ride. And suspiciously, this happens after Disney released their own POV of the ride on Disney+. This is kind of like not great news for Disney content creators and or people who like to film their rides for memory's sake. Disney's like, just go look at it on Disney Plus with your Disney Plus subscription that you have to pay for. You want to access those memories and when you rode that ride, go buy a Disney Plus subscription. I don't like this. And listen, maybe I'm biased because can we count ourselves as Disney creators now? We're Disney content creators now. And we have been known to do a live stream at the park where we go on all the rides on account of we're not going to stop the live stream when we go on a ride. That's what people are there to see. And me, who had to do a lot of personal work to get to the point where I could go to Disney and ride a ride, a lot of that personal work was watching ride POVs, watching them go through the queues, watching how they had to get on the ride, what that all looked like. That was all very, very important research that I had to do to make me feel comfortable to go to Disney as an adult for the first time. I don't like this rule, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I also understand it can be distracting. I saw a video of it was a live streamer. He had on his backpack, he had a huge, like, gimbal with, like, multiple, like, phones on it, and he had a bright light, like, shining at, like, okay, I get that. But when we do it, it's not as bad.
But
we
also,
are not the problem.
We do, I will say this. I still get, like, I get nervous and, like, shy about streaming in the parks.
Yeah.
Just because, like, even though I know I love an audience. As an actor, I do love an audience. But when in that setting, it's completely different, obviously. I don't like when people are just looking at us. Which, I mean, at the same time, I don't blame them because we have we're like a camera crew, right?
And we're like talking to ourselves.
So especially on rides, I don't want to impact anyone else's ride experience. So we do make it a point to, like, try and hold it as low as we can, brightness all the way down. We're really trying not just to be low key about it, and we're not talking whenever we do stream on a ride, which is very few and far between. If we do, we're not usually speaking during the stream. We're just holding the camera essentially.
Yeah.
So we do make it a point to, like, not to try and be as least intrusive and annoying as possible. So I will give us that credit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't think we can compare ourselves to. We've even sometimes just taken the phone off the gimbal
and just held it
in our hands to try and keep it as close to us as possible.
Yeah, but not everyone is like us, and not for a lot of people that's not enough. Like, us taking it off and having it right here, it's still distracting. And I get that. I do understand that. And I'm very easily distracted as well. So I don't want to do that, especially if it's like, hey, this is my first and only time going on this ride and I have to look at your camera screen. I get it. But also, I'm upset by it. Personally, I would love to know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is a good rule? Is this a rule you're not excited about?
Because I'm mixed on it.
I'm mixed on it too. But I do see this as like, okay, this is the first. We're going to see a lot more of this, I think, roll out for other rides as they come out on Disney Plus. And also, I've seen the Disney Plus POV like ride through stuff. They have a long way to go. These YouTubers, man, they're professionals. They know the angles to get. And the Disney POV, I'm like, I've missed this half of the screen. I don't know who's doing them. Sorry.
Now, is this only at Disneyland that this sign is up?
I think so. I think so. I got all of this news from Disney Parks blog.
Yeah.
And this was only in their Disneyland section. But again, I can see this being rolled out to like every ride everywhere.
Yeah.
Disney, Mickey and Minnie's is also, it can be kind of like, so maybe it's not like, maybe it's more of a, they don't want loose stuff falling out. I don't know. It just seems suspicious timing with their POV coming out.
Because that's my first thing I thought of was, I'm like, who dropped something that, like, who lost something in the middle of the tornado section of
a hat.
So, like, I could see that someone dropping their gimbal and losing all 10,000 of their phones.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, here's how we won't have that happen again. You just won't do it.
Yeah. You've lost the privilege. Like those people who used to have like the whole setups for Pokemon Go. It's like 30 phones. That's what they're live streaming on.
Yeah. So I could see that.
This was an interesting one. I was really intrigued to hear what you thought about it, John. So we're kind of on the same page.
Yeah. I'm definitely mixed on it. Because I agree. I think people who do this for like either a job or even just a hobby, or even just people like you mentioned who want to remember their ride, their trip to Disney, that kind of stinks for them. But at the same time, I could see it genuinely being. I mean, it's suspicious that they have the POV on Disney Plus. Yes. But I could see this also being a somewhat semi-genuine way to like improve the ride experience of other guests at the parks. Yeah. So like it's a little bit of a mixed bag there.
Yeah. I agree. All right. Our last piece of news, Small World is closing
to
prepare for their holiday overlay in Disneyland. It'll be temporarily unavailable from October 30th to November 13th, which is kind of, it's like 2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks to do all this. Maybe.
2
I don't know.
weeks.
I don't work there. So yeah, just something to think of if you have an upcoming trip. If you want to see the holiday decorations, that'll be after November 13th. And if you don't, that'll be before October 30th. I wish we got overlays. We get the Jingle Cruise, and like that's it.
And I do love the Jingle Cruise.
Love the Jingle Cruise.
And that's because I love the Jungle Cruise.
I would love a Nightmare Before Christmas overlay in our Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I'm like we already have the technology, we have the means, we know what the layout is for the most part.
Yeah. Why not?
What's the holdup?
Why don't we get it?
Is there like some sort of weird Marvel deal like how Marvel has with Universal over here on this side of the Mississippi? Like,
yeah, Universal owns holiday overlays on this side of the Mississippi.
Like what the hell are we doing that we can't have more wintertime? It's like, and we don't do enough of that in general. Like at Hollywood Studios, a great way to take a break from the heat is to go see that little Mickey Mouse cartoon in that theater next to Frozen. Mm-hmm. It's a great way to get out of the sun for a while and just sit in AC. But my thing is, I'm like, y'all just got the one?
It's been the same cartoon for like 5 years. Like,
let's switch them out. We can't put a holiday one in there.
Oh my God. Change it with the seasons at least.
Yeah.
Hey guys, there's a long laundry list of stuff that I wish Disney would change. Maybe that should be our next episode. It's just like we go park by park and be like, Disney needs to change this for Hollywood.
That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. It's like our our Disney to-do list if we were Imagineers. Here's what I'd start with. Hollywood Studios needs more shade and a new cartoon. And everything needs to be 500% less expensive.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't think
there are some things.
I don't think at this particular point in time, Disney's interested in making anything less expensive for us.
True.
A little something happened recently.
They got to recoup some funds from some stuff that happened.
Yeah.
That successfully happened.
But anyway, no, yeah. I mean, I hope we get more of that in the future. But
I agree.
I guess we do get the Festival of the Holidays. I mean.
Oh, whatever.
I guess we do get that.
Okay, fine, fair enough. We do get Christmas cookies. Okay.
Yeah.
But another thing is that because of our passes, we're blacked out from like half of it.
Yeah, so we wouldn't see it anyway.
Maybe this is the year that we do up the resorts and we go see all the decorated resorts. They do decorate for the holidays, and we're just never there to see it.
Oh, we should also do a Disney Springs episode once.
Where we talk about what?
Whatever we like at Disney Springs.
Well, yes, most of it.
Like Everglazed.
Love Everglazed.
Have
you guys ever had an Everglazed strawberry filled donut? And my mom better not say yes. So good.
Delicious. I had the espresso one. Delicious. Remember I told you guys I like espresso. So
I'm hungry.
All right. Well, I think that about covers everything.
Yep, that's everything I had on my list today.
Yeah, very much looking forward to food and wine. I know we didn't talk a lot about the drink options. We're not very big drinkers to begin with.
Yeah.
There are a few that we talked about the mimosa flight. Mm-hmm. We talked about the pineapple colada. I'm not a big beer guy. There's always a lot of like
beers
interesting sounding
ciders.
Beers there. Now I did see that I feel like there's a lot of cider options this time around. So yeah. I might dabble in some of those this time. We'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, just in general, not a huge drinker.
Yeah.
We're not huge drinkers to begin with. So
and also the Disney drinks are like $14 to $15.
Yeah, that's where I think people actually break the bank, is that if you're drinking wine or beer.
Yeah, people who drink around the world.
Yeah.
Hundreds of dollars. Yeah.
And even then it'd be less expensive for us, but not really, because we would share. But then that usually means that I would probably end up being the one drinking everything, because Kendra she's even less of a drinker than I am.
I just don't like the taste of alcohol, and I wish less things tasted like alcohol.
Now, I don't mind it. I enjoy it, but I just don't drink it that often.
It should all taste like fruit juice.
Yeah, so.
Maybe one day.
Anyway, so would love to know what y'all are looking forward to. Again, we mentioned a few of our dishes, but I mean, listen. Sometimes we just go and we're like, we do have an ongoing list of like things in general at the parks we would like to try.
Maybe I should show them.
But a lot of times we'll just go and be like, you want to try anything from here? Anything sound interesting? And we're like, yes or no.
Yeah, there's an app. The app is just called Food and Wine, and it has a list. This is actually things that I've gone in and put on my wish list. So it has everything from every booth, and you can say that you want to try it or mark it as a favorite, and then you can review it. You can like add notes. And you can also see the ratings. So you can put your own rating, and then you can see what other people rated it out of 4 stars. Your pineapple colada got 3 out of 4 stars. Sorry.
I think it's a pretty good rating. No?
That's not, that's a B. Anyway, so yeah, you can keep track of everything that you like, and it's for every Epcot festival, even though it's only called Food and Wine. So every time a festival has come up since I've gotten this app, we've gone through and just been like, okay, what should we add to our list? And then this is a rough map to go off of, because if there's a booth that we already looked through and we know like there's nothing here for us, we don't even have to contemplate it on the go.
Sorry, Australia.
It's like never. We did do the mixed berry pavlova. We've had it before, but
that's just pavlova's delicious.
That's just because pavlova's delicious. Anyway, so this is a really good resource if you have an upcoming trip and you love to plan, or if you're like, I'm going to spend $50 total at Food and Wine. This shows you all the prices for everything too. So great planning tool. It's just called Food and Wine on the App Store.
All right.
And that's everything.
I think that about covers everything this time. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you are following us on all the various social medias. That way you can keep up to date with whatever it is we have going on. And don't forget to follow us wherever you listen to your podcasts. We do have another podcast called Ringside with John and Kendra, where we talk about wrestling, pop culture, movies, that whole sort of thing. It's where we really cover the rest of our interests.
Yes.
Perez in the Parks is a new venture in which we talk about a very big part of our lives, which is the Disney parks and some additional Disney park news, or just Disney news in general that we might not get to over on the other podcast. I also have John/John, which is it's not directly Perez Periodico related, but it is a podcast I do with my buddy John. We talk about horror movies. He loves them. I'm learning to appreciate them. We're covering the Universal Monster movies right now. So if you are a fan of horror, especially going into spooky season, oh my God, that might be something that might interest you. But yeah, if you follow us on all the various social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll keep up to date with everything we've got going on. Especially you can watch past streams and past podcast episodes on those channels. And next month's going to be a little bit. I'm going to make this announcement on both Perez in the Parks and Ringside. Next month's going to be a little bit lighter than normal. I am going into rehearsals for a show, so maybe Kendra might feel the spirit and do some stuff solo. But as far as both of us being on a Perez in the Park stream,
maybe not.
We might. It might be a little bit of a light month, so we'll try our best. But I am going into rehearsals for a show, so I won't be as readily available. And I think that's everything.
I have nothing to add.
Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you real soon.
Peace.
Bye-bye.